Sure. Sure.
So we'll need a motion to come out of executive session.
I move we come out of executive session.
Second.
All those in favor? Leo. And we are out at 5:38 PM. I want to thank you for staying in council chambers, and for those people joining us online, explain that the reason that the first portion of our meeting was not streamed was we had a slight technical issue. The only action that was taken was roll call and movement into executive session. We're coming out now for the business portion of our meeting. Our first order is order 23-200. Order accepting Sophia L. Wilson's departure and transition from the position of town manager effective December 2nd, 2023. Approving the transition plan and further authorizing the town council chairperson to execute all documents and take any actions necessary to implement said transition plan. We need a motion.
So moved.
I'll second it.
There's a motion and a second. Any discussion? All those in favor of this motion? Passes unanimously. Second order of business is order 23-201, order authorizing the payment of $89,856 to Sophia L. Wilson, made in accordance with transition plan terms and conditions with funds drawn from the approved fiscal year 24 municipal budget.
So moved. Second.
Moving second. Any discussion?
Yes, I would like to make an amendment to this. And specifically, it's and to include Cobra insurance pursuant to the agreement.
So
I'll
we need,
second that amendment.
so we have a motion and a second. Any discussion on the amendment? Okay, let's vote on the amendment. All those in favor? Okay, the amendment passes. Now we're back to the order. We could. Yes.
You seconded the original order, I seconded the.
Okay. And any further discussion on this item? Okay, seeing none, we'll vote on order 2321 as amended, 23201 as amended. All those in favor? Okay, that motion passes. Order 23202, order authorizing the payment of $5,000 to Eaton Peabody, made in accordance with transition plan terms and conditions with funds drawn from the approved fiscal year 24 municipal budget.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this item? Okay, all those in favor? Thank you. Passes unanimously.
Jeff, I think we neglected to mention that the other passed unanimously as well, that just because sometimes people can't see the.
It's true.
Yep.
Yeah, if I neglected to mention that, all three motions and the amendment passed unanimously. Thank you. That concludes the business portion of our meeting. I'd like to express the council's gratitude to Sophie Wilson for her many years of service. I'd like to express my appreciation for the way that she has mentored me in my interactions with staff, and I just really have appreciated her encyclopedic knowledge of municipal affairs in Orono, and really I've looked on her as a guide to our community. So thank you, Sophie.
Thank you. Well, it has been my distinct pleasure to serve the community, to support the town of Orono Town Council's governance process, and to lead an absolutely amazing professional team for the last 12 and a half years. Working together, we built a highly skilled team that provides top-notch services to the community and can effectively tackle most any operational need with compassion, grace, and creativity. I've been very fortunate to work closely with 4 town council chairs and many councilors to implement the vision and priorities of the elected body. While the work was challenging at times, there was absolute satisfaction in the operational and community successes found along the way. I cannot say enough about the town's staff and wonderful volunteers. With their support and active participation, we've been able to build a pleasant, productive, and professional work environment. When properly resourced and encouraged, the team's unique talent, creativity, and problem-solving skills engage to accomplish just about anything. Orono is able to provide such expansive services with limited personnel as a direct result of the quality and dedication of its staff. Managing and leading this team has been an incredible honor for which I am deeply grateful.
Thank you very much. Next item on our agenda is public comment. Our public comment at this time public comments should be brief. We're going to ask, we have a lot of people in council chambers. We're going to ask for public comments to be no longer than 3 minutes. And public comment at the end of our meetings is always directly related to items on our agenda. So if you have public comment related to items on our agenda for this evening, we'd encourage anybody to speak. Thank you. And do we have any public comment online? Yeah, please come up. Jim.
There's a button on the microphone. Push in order to be heard.
Yeah, exactly.
First of all, Sophie, thank you for everything that you've done since we moved to Orono, from help with dealing with geysers from exploding toilets during water line flushing to the very compassionate and effective response that you and Councilor Wingard had when Tom and I had an issue. I think it really put the values on Orono in full display, and I appreciate being part of that type of community. And to the counselors, I know this is a hard job and that you give up your own personal time to do this job. So thank you for everything that you've been doing. I think you've been doing a fabulous job, and I hope you all continue to do the good work with Sophie departing, but thank you.
Thank you very much. Any other public comment at this time? Do we have anybody online?
We do have a hand raised online, Jess.
All right, could we elevate that person to speak, please? Hello?
Hello.
Yes, please go ahead.
Hi, this is Cheryl Robertson. I would like to make a public comment. I am trying to get my video to work, but it doesn't look like it's going to. Sophie, I just want to say thank you so much for everything that you've done. It was an honor to serve on council under your guidance. I'm sorry at what has happened in the last 6 months. I've known you first as a resident of the town of Orono. I met you, I think it was 12 years ago. I was talking to John, or 11 years ago, when you helped us get Orono off as interveners in the Penobscot River case. And we were the first town to do that. And we did that with your guidance and with your help. And I was really honored to be a resident of Orono. As a town councilor, it became a working collaborative between you and my council responsibilities. And I've learned so much from you by listening and being cooperative and being understanding about the situation and the responsibility that you had. The municipal form of government requires trust and a working knowledge of town government for both our manager and our council. Sophie's guidance, your guidance was appreciated. I just wanted to say that I witnessed your managerial style with your staff on several occasions. I attended and participated in town events, employee functions, working side by side with staff and department heads, the Thanksgiving dinner, the employee luncheon. I know that your staff loved you. I know they loved you. They told me that they loved you. There was very little turnover in your staff. I think that the offices that I visited were consistent in expressing their job satisfaction, that they didn't want to leave. It's almost dismal what has happened. And so
Cheryl,
I hope that, yep, I have not talked for 3 minutes yet.
No,
I just want to say
we should
that,
take-
Sophie, Yep, I just want to say that, Sophie, I hope, and I don't hope, I know that you will succeed in whatever you do next. And you'll excel. So, so thank you so much. And I'm sorry to see this happen. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any other public comment? Yes, please. Come on.
Hi. So my name is Ravi, and I have been living here in Orono for past 13 years, and I feel that today's step to let the town manager go is a very big step to create a better working place at the town of Orono. I actually don't want to take anyone's name, but I have seen a former employee who was very cheerful, and then all of a sudden he told me that he was going to therapy
Sir,
for having.
we're not going to comment on present or former employees. We're only talking about items that are on the agenda at this time.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, I will. Okay, yeah. So I think under current town, under current town managers leadership, town has settled 2 cases for disability discrimination, for racial discrimination, and also
Sir,
for
we're not
for-
talking
for-
about items
for-
that are
for
not on the agenda this evening.
retaliation.
Okay,
That
thank you for your
so
public comment.
hold on.
Sir,
So that is on the agenda, and I want to talk about things that happened at the town of Orono.
okay.
That is on the
Sir,
agenda.
you're welcome to speak with any counselor at any time. This
Yes, no,
public
no.
comment session is related directly to the
Yes, it
items
is.
that are on the agenda.
Yes. So
Okay.
it is actually,
A
so
discussion
it actually,
of current or former employees is not on the agenda.
no, I'm actually no. So I'm actually talking about the 2 cases that town.
We are
had
not
settled.
talking about any case other than the 3 items that are on the agenda. There was an order.
So do you just want to-
23-200,
okay,
23-201, 23-202.
think-
That is the
okay.
only, those are the
Okay,
only
okay, yeah.
items that are up for
Okay,
discussion this
okay.
evening.
Okay, I understand. So I think you did not say anything about last 2 speaker. You actually like when people say positive thing about the town
Sir,
manager, but
we're not
you don't
talking
like.
about any
when-
item other than the items on this agenda. So
Yeah,
you
yes,
are
yes.
welcome to talk to any town council
Yeah,
at
so I
any
think
time
town
about
managers-
those items.
Yeah, so I think that town manager's job is on job
The-
performance is on the
The
agenda.
town manager's job performance is not an item on our agenda. The
So
process of
why is
this,
she leaving? So why is she leaving?
and I intended to correct the last speaker, and she respected the time requirement and she made her comment short. Okay.
She talked about her job performance.
Okay,
and
sir,
you did not have
we're
any
done with this.
issue with that.
We are done with this comment.
Okay,
at
sounds
this
good.
time.
Yeah, okay, sounds
Okay,
good. You're actually
please give your time to the next speaker. There's somebody waiting to speak. We're
Okay.
not going to entertain comments. You are welcome to speak with any
yeah.
counselor at any time if you have an issue,
Okay, sounds
but we don't vet our employees' performance in public.
sounds good. But
Yeah.
but
Thank
Yeah,
you
so I
for
just
your
want to say-
comment, Ravi. I think it's best if you cut it off now. Thank you.
If we could have the next comment, please. Okay. Do we have any more comment online?
Yes, we do, Jeff.
Okay. If you could allow that person to speak, please. Go ahead.
Thank you, Councilor Wingard, for allowing the public to speak tonight. My name's John Banks. I'm a tribal member of Penobscot Nation and a long-term resident here in Orono. And I just really wanted to take this opportunity to wish Sophie the best in whatever she pursues next, and also to thank her for her many years of service and for, as Cheryl mentioned, for getting the town to support the Penobscot Nation in a very important legal matter having to do with the Penobscot River. I know, Sophie, I know we got off to a rocky start when we started. But that's when I was a lot less informed about how town government works. And I was probably a lot less wise than I've become under your reign here as town manager. So I just wanted to really thank you for all that you've done and to wish you the best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Do we have any other comment in council chambers or online? Okay. Did you want to speak, Jeff?
You think they got my message?
Okay, I'm Jeff Gordon, an Orr resident. Would express my gratitude to Sophie. We've worked a long time with Sophie. That's my role as council chair for many years. I have utmost respect for her performance here and wherever she goes next. I have a question. I'm confused by the direction that council has taken in the last year or so. We've now had what I think pretty accurately describe as an exodus of 3 long-term senior staff members.
Jeff,
3
Jeff,
long-term
talking-
senior
yeah,
staff
Jeff, I
members.
think
I'm asking a question of council.
Okay.
And I'm concerned about where this council is taking us. If we're no longer going to subscribe to the tenets of the council manager model of government, then what are we going to replace it with?
Okay.
And I think we need to know that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, Tom.
Question asked of council should.
We don't respond to public comment.
So just to change the topic a little bit, I think the council is about to undertake the most important job they ever do, and that is hiring a new town manager. And I wish you well in doing that. There's nobody in the town that doesn't want to see you be successful in getting the best possible person you can. I hope you will involve community members in your process. I hope you'll involve employees in your process. I did participate not too many years ago in the process that the school ran for a new superintendent. I thought it was an excellent process, and the input that came from community members and staff was very valuable. So good luck in the work ahead of you. And again, I think this is probably the most important decision that you'll make during your tenure.
Thank you very much. Claire.
I'm Claire Ackroyd. I'm a resident of the town. I thought I was going to keep quiet because it seemed, but apparently we can talk this. I am only here to say that I wish to express my support for the new council, and to say that I think that town government is a very difficult thing to do. You're underpaid, overworked, and way too many things coming in. And I think that perception is a tricky thing, but I just want to say that my perception is that we are moving to a council that feels different to me, and I welcome that sense. I may be wrong, my interaction is limited, but if indeed we have a era, we have we're going to have people who are committed to transparency and to receptiveness and to listening to town people like myself who have felt in the past that if I didn't agree with what the council or the
Claire, do you have a comment
right,
related to our order?
you're right, but I am delighted to know this council, and I really seriously wish you best, because I think you don't have an easy job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any other public comment at this time?
We have an
Okay, is there
online,
any more? Excuse me, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
we do have an online comment.
Okay, yeah, please allow that person to speak.
Hi there, Megan Gardner, Bennett Road. I want to echo Tom Perry's comments. This is the most important job that council is about to embark upon. It is not going to be an easy job. And, you know, we were very fortunate because I think those of us who are kind of connected in various political entities around the state know that we were lucky to have quite possibly the best manager in the state of Maine for 12 years. That's not hyperbole. So Sophie is very highly regarded across the state, and I am so honored to have been able to work with her. I learned so much from her as a counselor and as a resident. And you know, it's a big loss for the town. I do hope that council will think about Jeff Gordon's question. We are paying out almost, you know, what, $95,000 in this transaction, and that's a lot of money to the taxpayers. It's worth considering what direction this council is going in, and I hope the council will consider it carefully. But I'd really like to end on a positive comment for Sophie. I cannot express how much I respect you, Sophie, and the unbelievable amount of time and dedication and heart and soul you've put into this community, and you will be sorely missed. And I wish you well wherever you end up. I know you will be a great success. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay. Any other public comment, please? Tim.
Jeff, there's one hand up. I'm just going to check. It's someone who spoke before, but I want to see if they need to speak again.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead, Tim. I'm sorry.
Don't know if my pushing is working. Hi, Tim Waring, 24 Winter Haven. I, you know, am attempting to speak to the items on the agenda, not knowing all of the things that go on behind the closed doors of the rest of what brings us to today. But, you know, having moved here 13 years ago, I also have had, you know, the pleasure of working with Sophie as well as with sort of many different parts of the town council over the years. And I know that, you know, Sophie has worked very hard and with a lot of professionalism at various times. And I, you know, from all of the work that I've been exposed to, I know that you've put in a lot of work. And so I thank you for that. You know, I haven't always seen the same way on some things, but I really appreciate the difficulty of town work. Like previous speakers have said, there is no straight, simple solution, and we're all trying to make it happen. And so, you know, I don't understand the changes embedded in all of the items on the agenda, but I also do want to say that I'm thankful for the town council that we have here today, and the way that you are pulling in community input and looking for guidance from the community as you go forward. And I think the selection of the new town councilor will be very important, of course, as you say. And so just basically, thank you all for your work, and also best of luck in this transition going forward. We're here for you as a community, so please draw on us. We'll do what we can. Thank you
very much. Thank you. Pete, was that person online waiting for an opportunity to comment?
No hands raised at this time.
Okay. Do we have any other comments in council chambers? All right, seeing none, we'll close public comment and entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor? Passes unanimously. We're adjourned at 6:02. Thank you very much.